I'm John, 71 years old, retired, and now I make things and have fun. My grandfather was a cabinet maker in the East End of London. My father used to be his barrow boy and move stuff around between the workshops. And so my dad did a lot of carpentry, and I spent many hours out in the workshop watching him build things and slowly started to do stuff myself. So big encouragement from my father. First thing I ever made, it was probably something at school, in the school workshops that I made complete, and it was a sort of a desk lamp that looked like a boat. In the carpentry workshops at school, I think. And I think it was one of those things, because I'd learned so much from my dad, the teacher was sort of looking at me a little bit aghast that I knew how to cut wood and glue it together and make joints and that. But yeah, that was the first thing. I was trained as a design engineer as well, so I found myself generally looking at stuff and I'm trying to work out in my mind how it's built. Yeah, whether it's woodwork or metalwork or buildings or anything, I'm working out how it was built. And then I'm going to have a go at that, see if I can do it. So it was that background, so I tend to look at things and see how they're built and want to have a go, and then experiment. I see shapes and things from the world around me, either in nature or what humans have created, and I get a lot of inspiration from that, but especially nature. I'm fascinated by the shapes and what nature can create, and actually working with those shapes. So I see a shape in a piece of wood or a grain in a piece of wood and think how best to use that to show it off. So it comes from what you see in nature rather than I'll pick up a piece of wood and go, I'm going to make this with it. I'll tend to look at a piece of wood and going, what can I make with that to show it off to its best ability? Favourite piece? There's a few of them. One is sitting above my head. This is a wooden plane I made when my two boys were very young, and it hung in their bedroom for some years. That is probably 30 years old. But there's two or three like that, toys that I've made that bring people fun and joy. And lately, one or two of the bits that I've made that sort of emulate or copy nature. There isn't any restrictions. There's all different woods have different characteristics. So you can do things with certain type of woods, like the hardwoods. You can do more fine work with hardwoods, whereas the softer woods you have to be more aware of the wider grain and the softness of the wood. So I enjoy all different types of wood. I suppose if I had to pick a favourite, it has to be the harder woods, because you can be more intricate and fine with them, but don't let it stop anyone having a go. Have a go for it. You might be surprised at what you can do, and it doesn't matter if you go wrong. Start again, and have fun. Have fun, have a go. Don't let it put you off. Something simple and straightforward, like a little box or something like that. A little square or rectangular box, 4 little planks at bottom, little top, little hinge, and then either have fun with the grain of the wood, either wax it or polish it or paint it, whichever you want to go, but have a go at a little box, have fun. I have some lovely favourite tools, and these are some of either my father's or grandfather's. There's my grandfather's set square that he used to use in his workshop, and up here on the shelf is his old block planes that he used, the hand planes that he used to use, and his original little spirit levels that he used as well. So they mean a lot to me because they're my grandfather's and they've been around for over 100 years now. So I always keep them sitting up in my workshop on the shelf to remind me. Can I show you one more little piece of woodwork that I made years ago?
Yeah.
And I've since made about 6 or 7 for other people's children. Follow me.
I love that.
The first one, it took me probably about a day and a half, and then painting the little man. But the ones I made after that, I had a pattern. So you could lay the pattern on the piece of wood and it told you exactly where to drill the holes so you can do it faster. So if I made one now, I could probably make one in a day. Certainly. Here's things that I've not made yet, but this is my log and wood store waiting. It's seasoning out wood, waiting to be dried out and then used either on the lathe or come up on the bench to be cut. Some of these gnarled trunks like that, I'll actually be using the natural curve of the wood and that, so make something quite natural looking, let the wood show off itself. With these logs, the round logs here, once they're dried out, they'll probably go up on the lathe here and become either bowls or candlesticks or something turned so you can turn through the grain and expose it. I'm John, 71 years old, retired, trained as a design engineer, originally in electronics and mechanics. Spent 20 years in sort of management role, got bored with that, gave up, did 20 years in landscape design. Now I'm retired and now I make things and have fun.